Fish.
Alright, here's the next obstacle. Use the fish. Only takes one hit. Only takes 2 hits! No, Mr. Wilson!
Oh, goodness. Please.
Once again.
No one's having a fun party.
Oh man, he just leveled up there. So he almost actually killed him by expect. Oh my god. Oh my god, why did we restore it? Oh my god, they found some. Oh what the heck? What is this?
Fast.
Oh, Razio fell! Oh no! Oh, Razio!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals of the Ori and the Blind Forest doubles tournament. Have an exciting lineup for you today because not only are we doing both of our semifinals matches for the doubles, but we're also doing our other semifinals matches for the singles tournament. So after today, we are going to have our finalists for both of the categories in the randomizer tournament. And we're going to start off today with Team Skillless versus Team Zote. And joining me on commentary is Vooligan. Vooligan, welcome.
What's up, fans? How are you doing?
Amazing.
I'm really looking forward to this match, just like you. It's between two extremely skilled, despite what the names might tell you, teams. We're both really excited. Of course, on one hand, we've got Team Zote, which consists of Grimelius and Terra, who have been around Ori and the Blind Forest for basically forever. I actually was watching one of my super old PBs from the first or second week of this game being out, and I heard myself saying hi to Grimelius. So apparently he was there back then. Terra came around not too much longer. They've been running this game for ages and ages. The randomizer, not as much. They picked it up both basically for this tournament. But they've done an insane amount of practice together, and that is really shown in their first 2 matches against the team of Randomson, Brynhold, which I'm not going to try to pronounce, and Team Forlorn of Muffin and Ella Jiminy. Both very convincing victories that they did some really solid routing and play during. And it was particularly impressive to see Grim come out with the fastest time in the last race of around, I think it was about 45 minutes. Very, very impressive performance for them. Fan, tell us a little bit about Team Skillless.
Yeah, so Team Skillless consists of our wonderful tournament organizers, Meldon and Rory. They've done a lot of hard work to bring this to you guys, and I think they've done a wonderful job so far. But yeah, they were seeded 3rd actually in the the seeding race that started at the beginning of the tournament. So they got to skip the prelimination round that Team Zote had to go through. So in the round of 8, they faced off against Shed and Trojan, and it was a pretty decisive victory. They were more complete in all their checks of items throughout the area. They knew exactly what they can do, exactly what they couldn't do, and that really paid off when they got a really early dash in that seed, and gave them a significant lead.
So between these two teams, both of them, they've put on pretty convincing performances so far. What do you think we're going to see tonight? Whose style or approach do you think is going to favor them today?
Well, at the beginning of the tournament, I would say Meldon and Rory had the significant advantage because of just how much randomizer they've done. I mean, these guys have been doing randomizer with each other basically since it came out. And Team Zote, I believe they were seeded last in the seeding race that started at the beginning. But since then, Grim and Terra have done so much practice together, and they've improved so much. At the beginning, they're joking that their team was unbeatable, but here they are in the semifinals, and it's starting to look true. So I really can't say with how much they've improved. It's going to be close, I hope.
It looks like we're going to get the race started very shortly. We have things getting kicked off in the SRL race, so we'll just be waiting on the restream delay, and Rich will get us synced up as best he can, and then we'll be off on our way.
Yeah, so I do want to add one more thing before we start here. I was really curious what Zote was. So I went and did a Google search, and I found out that Zote is a high-quality laundry soap and can be confidently used for washing your family clothes and so much more. That is no joke, exactly what comes up when I search for that.
Fantastic.
It's pretty amazing.
Let's do that first pickup. 17 XP, oh boy. So,
All right,
no
since
indications.
we missed the first pickup guess, what are you going to guess for the second pickup?
I'm
What's it
gonna go
be?
with wall jump.
I'm going to go with more XP.
Alright, we'll see how that works out. We saw at the beginning, Tara and Meldon were spamming the good luck on your randomizer command there, which I've actually never seen before. I had no idea that was a thing. It's a keystone fit.
All right, so we're probably going to see a quick altar after they pick up Sign here and head over to Glades, likely find another keystone, and continue on over to the wall jump area. But of course, there's a chance that it could be something else. They have to backtrack all the way over to BRB or something else. Only time will tell. There we go.
With Grim and Terra, I think we've seen this play a couple times before, where they, once they get to this point, one of them will immediately split off and head to BRB instead of continuing left. Now, in this case, they are both going left. Ditto for Meldon and Rory. They're all joining together and doing the same thing. This
Yeah,
is probably
since
a reasonable play.
Yeah, since they only have a keystone, they can't get anywhere else other than here. So they're all forced to go through the same route right now.
Oh yeah, of course they don't have climb or wall jump or anything. They did get their second keystone.
And
Don't
here we
mind
go.
me.
The next pickup is wall jump. There we go. So they have keys to go through the door, and they're gonna check fake flippers. I think we'll see a split here. And yeah, there we go. So we got one. Oh wait. So it
Tara
looks like
didn't-
both members of Team Skillless are choosing to actually no. Yeah, they're choosing to go altar out. Obviously, everything's flying around. So I'm getting confused.
Yeah, it's
But
a
both
little
of them are
bit
going
confusing.
BRB. Meanwhile, Team Zote, like you said, split up. Tara's heading down to BRB, while Grim continues on and checks the wall jump area.
Yeah, I think this is almost kind of a very Team Zote play where, they want to. They started when they initially started playing the randomizer. They did not split up almost at all. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but they didn't take full advantage of the opportunities to split up. And as they've gone, they've just, with their practice, they've just gotten so good about finding opportunities to do this. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah. So, what do you think Team Skillless's plans are here, with both of them deciding to altar out and head into BRB rather than doing the split up strategy that we're seeing from Team Zote?
I would guess that their thinking is just basically along the lines of the seed gave them wall jump, it also gave them the 2 keystones, but there's a very good likelihood that it does want to send them to BRB, otherwise there's a decent chance it might not even give them vertical, movement. So they're both just thinking, why bother fighting what the seed is trying to give us right now? We can figure it out later. We do see a Sunstone shard coming from BRB, so that's not a bad play, but obviously that's not necessarily direct progression right now.
Yeah, Sunstone, they're going to have to get them eventually, but usually it's pretty unlikely that an important ability or skill ends up in Horu. Of course, it can happen. I found Stomp in there, to my surprise. But still, that's going to be... At least, I'm trying to think here. So, there are really no right or wrong decisions in Randomizer. There's like the probably or probabilistic choice, what has the highest chance. But until you go and actually find stuff, anything is the correct decision. And the correct decision is where you find the item. So Grim hasn't found anything yet in the wall jump area. He's got a map stone, so he's going to head back, probably place it in, see if that leads him to anything. But nothing really of value in BRB yet.
So speaking of correct decisions, we are going to improve one of our decisions here on this stream very shortly, which is that we're going to actually show Meldon's gameplay video instead of having 2 copies of Terra's video. We'll fix that very
Okay,
shortly.
so that makes sense. Why both of them went to BRB.
Yeah, so Meldon actually did go to wall jump along with Grim, and they're still working on basically the same stuff. They're heading up through the elbow right now. Tara and Rory ended up going to BRB.
There we go, and we see Meldon. He just put in the map stone. I'm guessing. I didn't exactly see what it was.
I believe I saw a keystone from that map stone.
Okay, so they have, let's see, quite a few keystones. believe Grim currently has 3 with that keystone he just picked up.
That's correct.
And he's going to pick up Glide. Oh, that is
baby.
nice.
Well, that will definitely, help out a little bit if he's able to pick up something like Wind Restored. But even then, just in general, it's very, very nice to have Glide.
And
wow. All right.
he picks up
Thanks,
Dash.
The good
And
old
another
Relativity
keystone as well.
Memorial Keystone, and he can pass through to the Spirit Tree. So great, top left lanes for them here. Spirit Caverns or whatever. They're going to make their way to the Spirit Tree. Grim is going to opt to view the cutscene now and take the Spirit Well. We'll see whether Meldon does the same.
Yeah, and the all skills route, we save anywhere over this teleporter and it deactivates it for the rest of the game. But since Randomizer, you're for sure going to have to come back here. It's always a smart decision to just take the time loss, watch the cutscene so you can teleport here later.
Yeah, well, it definitely varies depending on the point in the game. You'll definitely see some runners, if it's later in the game and they're ready to just go to Valley, they'll do the skip a la all skills. But in this case, it's super, super early in this race, so they definitely want to have access to this later to get back to Valley.
I don't think we saw any of our racers go down to the light grenade area. They're all choosing to skip it and head out. Probably since they found a Dash and Glide. I'd imagine that Tara and Rory are going to want to go over there and pick that up.
Yeah, well, not only that, but they don't have access to it, at least not easily, until they get Dash, which is all the way up in the Spirit Caverns, so they got to make a trip all the way back up there to be able to do that. And Grim, of course, and Meldon, who do have Dash, they have not been to BRB yet, so they'll have to get to that eventually.
Oh, and here we go. So Tara is choosing to head down to this area. This has not been checked by either team yet.
Wind Restored for Grim, meanwhile, so Glide and Wind Restored put together is going to be lovely. They'll be able to explore quite a number of things.
Yeah, and look at this. So Grim's doing this smart decision, altaring back to the start. He knows that immediately unlocks his pickup and gets some double jump. Ooh, that is nice.
What a beauty. I'm sure Meldon will make pretty much the same play shortly, so we're going to see that. Rory, instead of Tara continuing down to the
and look at I just want to bring attention to Tara's screen here. He's doing a save anywhere from the top, so he can glitch out the Indiana Jones boulder and go on.
And a good check from Grim here. He's checking this ability cell with double jump, and it turned out to be a map stone, so he's got 2 of those now. I'm sure he'll go back to the wall jump monument and put one in right now, and then we'll see if he opts to make his way down to BRB, as Meldon is currently doing.
Okay, Tara heading up to the health cell, gets another map stone, probably going to activate the teleporter, then head over, use the Frankie to break open the boulder at the end, get what that pickup is. We've seen quite a few valuable pickups in this boulder, one of the notable ones being Bash, that completely changed the match. I can't remember who exactly it was, but...
Oh, he killed his Frankie. Oh, okay, he's taking a death to get it back. That's a little bit costly time-wise, but he definitely wants to be able to check that pickup.
Indeed.
So Meldon making his way into BRB towards the Light Orb. Grim doing the same from the Spirit Well. Rory is checking his map monument, some other stuff. And Tara finally going to check that boulder in just a moment.
Yeah, he's got to reactivate the teleporter and go get all that.
He save glitched the cutscene. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Okay. So it looks like Tara's going to put in the map stone, and he's rewarded with another keystone. So both map stones.
I think that's still his
keystones.
first one, actually. He still hasn't gotten the second one, so Grim is going to have to be the one to check that.
Oh, okay, you're right. We're
right.
thinking they're playing. Oh, and look at that.
Oh, wow.
Tara picks up Climb.
All right, so they're still lacking the ability to break these the blue barriers or plants. Now, plants they can get access to with Charge Dash, but the blue barriers are going to be kind of an annoyance. They need either Charge Flame or Stomp, or I guess projectiles in some cases.
So Grim picks up his Sunstone Shard from BRB. You know, it's interesting seeing like Grim and Meldon take the same routes for their respective teams. The only divergence we saw from the other runners, Tara and Rory, was Tara chose to go down, get climb in the light grenade area. So that's the difference you're seeing there between Rory and Tara. But otherwise, both teams are pretty close.
Well, I think that just speaks to the the knowledge level and experience of both of these teams. And of course, Grim and Tara, we talked about, they hadn't done that much randomizer, but boy, they picked up pretty quickly, and they've become a very formidable team. You're seeing here, they're very much holding their own against Meldon and Rory. I would not even say that there's a significant advantage in either direction at the moment.
Yeah, so Tara's checking this left glades area that Grim was not able to do before. I believe Meldon has already done this. Didn't find anything too valuable. A health cell is nice, but more keystones. They have 4 health, they're good. Unless they decide to go through and do the clean waterless escape at the end of the game where you need at least 6 HP or ultra defense.
Now, it's interesting to see that everybody went back to BRB immediately instead of continuing on past, into the spider area. Now, Rory does seem like he's going to do that. I would bet Tara might also do the same in just a little bit. None of them having enough ability points to be able to learn Charge Dash yet, so there's no way they can break this plant. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind for later.
Yeah, keeping track of the plants is a pitfall for many runners, including myself. There's all over the place. They aren't marked on the maps. You just gotta have them memorized where they are, and don't forget all these places you've already checked. It's like, oh, there's a plant here I have to go back and pick up way later. Like the one in BRB is easy to forget, for me particularly.
All right, I believe we're going to see second map monument check from Meldon, and it's 10 XP. Great. Just great.
Yeah, Tara's going to get the second map stone for his team soon, I was thinking. Okay, he was running up there, realized like, oh yeah, I need to go put in this map stone because Team Zote has not found out what the second map stone is. So he's going to be rewarded with his exciting 10 XP here.
Meanwhile, Rory is collecting his second mapstone. He was checking those pickups above the where the 4th HP is for his team. Seems like maybe kind of an inefficient path, but when you haven't checked those pickups, like he alt-R'd all the way back from Charge Flame, but when you haven't checked those pickups, sometimes it's a good idea to just make sure that you actually hello, okay, stomp in that pickup exactly where it was for Team Zote in the race against Team Forlorn. That's incredible.
And Grim did not save glitch the cutscene, so the Frankie is dead. He cannot go over there and get the stomp door unless it respawns.
Well, that's
Just gotta put in.
That's probably fine.
Yeah, climb is.
It.
Yeah, he's got wall jump, so climb isn't going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, he goes down there, realizes like, oh crap, yeah, I killed the Frankie.
Oh, wow, is this for serious? Are we seeing Rory just go straight to the left side of the map? Oh,
that's what it looks like.
Fantastic. I mean, there's no way though, right? Like he doesn't have enough abilities, right?
He could just be checking a couple of the easy to get pickups. There's no way I think he can get all the way up through the valley area. All those spikes, you need quite a bit of health, charge jump, or something to get through.
Yeah, you need vertical movement, and he's got wall jump and double jump. That's not really going to cut it. He doesn't have bash, and he takes
Oh
it
no!
back,
All right.
goes back to valley entrance.
Yeah,
There's
I'd
nothing
imagine.
really there.
Yeah, I'd imagine the only thing he's going to worry about is potentially the poison water pickup by the frog. He didn't check it last time because that low HP, and then he could get the other XP orb on top. And
Yeah.
interestingly, we're seeing Grim head to the same area.
Yeah, of course. This, I think, for both teams, this is fairly no-brainer once they got stomped to at least check these pickups. We saw an ability cell from the XP up there, so nothing super hot from that side. But getting stomp opens the way to light grenade if they want to do, which that looks like what Rory's doing.
Yeah, and Meldon has entered Moon Grotto. He's getting this really annoying to get pickup right off the bat, but ooh, he's got 1 HP. Trying to get that. It's like, oh no, he takes a death. But he has a
This pickup is
place.
a pain.
Yeah, but he has a safety save, so he can go through and do it. Air dash makes this a lot easier, but unfortunately, he does not have that leveled up yet.
Now, Rory is heading down to most likely the light grenade tree. He's gonna glitch open the door and stuff. He hasn't done his boulder, I guess, yet. Meldon must have. Hello, Bash is what that pickup is that Meldon was going for. So
What an
all right,
awful
now-
place for Bash. I hate that pickup so much.
That's incredible, though, and you gotta wonder if Grim and Terra are gonna check it. Grim, of course, is going down to light grenade tree as Rory is. All right, so Rory's heading straight into Grotto. He wants Bash. Grim is gonna go ahead and do light grenade tree. We're gonna see how he manages to get it. Oh well, he's got dash and stomp, so he's fine for the pinwheel of death.
Yeah, it looks like Terra is also heading back into BRB. This is an interesting decision from them.
Yeah, there's really a lot of different places they can all go, but you know, Meldon finding Bash definitely seems justified for Rory to just be like, I don't need to be split up right now. What I need is to get Bash, because that is going to speed me up a ton. And I'm sure that once Grim and Terra get access to it, they're going to do the exact same.
Yeah, for sure. I have a question for you. How did Meldon get into Moon Grotto? I didn't see.
I have to assume that he sequence broke with the Frankie, because I am pretty sure that he doesn't have Stomp yet. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just kidding. He does have Stomp. I'm confusing him with nothing. Don't worry about
We're
it.
getting the third mapstone check. It is the Keystone, or was that the second? Yeah, it had to be the third one because 10 XP was the second
That's
one.
correct.
Yes,
Oh, good Lord, Melvin.
that was terrifying.
Everything's fine. So we see Grim also heading into Grotto and making some checks of Death Gauntlet stuff. And hopefully before too long, he will make his way down to the bottom area, Gumar's hideout, and check that pickup. It is a pretty out-of-the-way pickup, but since this is doubles, you usually feel freer to go check really out-of-the-way pickups and just make sure that they are or are not something important, much more so than you would in singles.
Yeah, we definitely see like more risky plays from the doubles partners going way out of their way to pick one-off pickups.
Shout out to
Heading
the
over
truck,
to
by the way,
this.
keeping me honest about what skills people actually have. Because apparently at 11:23 a.m. I cannot remember things.
Terra collects the light grenade tree. I did not see what pickup it was, but I don't think it was that important. He's also heading over to Grotto as well, so I'm sure between one of them they're going to check that out of the way pickup and get their bash.
So we're told that both Terra and Grim got mega energy from the light grenade tree, and they used it to do the sequence break into Grotto using the Frankie walk door instead of stomping the peg, which they do both actually have stomp. But I guess they just decided that this was their preferred way of doing it. This actually means it might take them slightly longer to get down there. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying right.
I think so. All right. Oh, hello! Charge jump from the keystone right before the double jump door. So that's fantastic. And a pretty quick ghost door for Melon too, which is harder to set up with like randomly high amounts of XP or HP.
So we're seeing a deviation from Terra and Grim. Grim's continuing down into
Clean
Moon Grotto.
water.
It's hard to keep track of all these pickups.
Oh wow. So clean water making an appearance from the XP right before double jump. So Grotto has just been incredibly lucrative. Unfortunately, Grim is heading down this right side toward the double jump tree before checking left, and Terra's bailed and he's gone to swamp. So that's really unfortunate. They're not going to get bash or charge jump as quickly as Meldon and Rory did. And that, you know, in a race that's been this close, that's going to tend to make a pretty decent difference.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that Grim is going to go left side. There's so much pickups over there. He's got, 4 energy, so he can open up the door at the bottom But he doesn't have bash. He doesn't have charge jump, so he's thinking, hey, I can't get these pickups way at the bottom. Maybe it's not worth it to go over there. But if he does, then both these teams are going to be on even footing, really, because everything is over there. He's going to find them once he goes over there. And really, it's going to come down to the water vein shards. We haven't found any of those. So,
That's true.
although Team Skillless has gotten more of those pickups, they haven't checked like this whole area and swamp that Terra's currently checking. So they're gonna have to go through and do that. And, Rory is still actually pretty synced up. They high-fived with with Grim there. As Grim's heading into the double jump tree, and Rory's heading
Right now,
out.
Terra's driving me crazy because he's trying to get to that ability cell that we actually just routed into all skills, and he doesn't seem to realize that you can actually get access to it by using the frog as a bash source. I'm pretty
But
sure.
Terra
I saw
does
him
not have
disregard the
bash.
frog. Oh my gosh, they haven't gotten bash yet. Of course.
Right.
Ugh.
Now here's the moment of truth. So Grim has picked up the double jump tree. Is he going to altar out, or is he going to continue out and check the left side? Please check the left side. And oh no, he teleports out.
Now this
They
might
could-
not be the end for them because he might just be planning to teleport back instead.
Okay.
He's going right, so he's going back in there. Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of grotto he hasn't explored, and Terra's still working on swamp, so this is a reasonable play for them. And he's got clean water now, so you can check under here. Oh, we do see the actual left side of map check from Meldon now, so he's well on his way into there.
Yeah, he's got bash, charge jump, glide, wind restore. He's got everything he needs to, go through this area. Really, for Team Skillless, all they're looking for right now, really, is water vein shards and the remaining sunstone shard, which could be pretty much anywhere at this point with how many skills they have unlocked.
Yeah, they have access to literally everything but plants.
Right.
So
And wouldn't that be awful if it turned out being a plant that carries all the shards? They have to go all the way back. But Grim,
Well, that would
thankfully,
be
has leveled up
Randomizer.
charge dash, so he's now checking plants on his way down.
all right. So technically, he does not have access to plants, but because abilities are not considered by the logic. However, obviously, he doesn't really care what the logic thinks. So
Right. Another mega energy for Grim, so I'll make a lot of easy charge dashes for him. Start going super fast. And here we go, back down to Grotto. And he's going left side. And he's going to be able to check these petrified plants that Team Skillless was not able to do when they were here. 178 experience from one. And yes, he places the save. He's heading over to the left side of Moon Grotto. And he is going to find Bash.
that's good to see.
And there it is.
So
And
now
look
they're
at
both
that.
even on skills again.
Interesting. Grim, instead of checking everything else, proceeds to altar out. There is a sunstone shard in left grotto that he did not get. So if they... Okay, maybe this is what they're doing. Terra needs to go get Bash as soon as he can. So rather than going through and continuing to explore, when Terra heads down there to pick up Bash, he'll check the remaining things.
That's
While Grim
plausible.
heads to the left side, which he hasn't explored yet.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Rory managed to find Grenade, apparently, and it was in the, there's a 4-energy door on the left side of Grotto. He apparently found it there, so that is an interesting find, and it could make a difference because Grenade actually does open several doors, which are just not accessible at all, no matter what, otherwise.
Right.
So we'll see. Meanwhile,
Yeah, so really-
Meldon has gone back into Grotto, so I think he wants to go get Grenade as well. Badly enough to come all the way back.
Yeah, it's quite amazing like how many times we're gonna have to see both teams visit Grotto again. So we see Terra heading in there. He's gonna pick up Bash for himself, and we'll see if he continues further down. Terra still needs, I think, to go pick up Charge Jump on the right side. I don't
Yeah, that's
think he
correct.
got that.
No, he's
And of course, he
making
still
his
has the
way
tree
now.
to get. Look at this. Is Grim doing Stompless?
He is.
He is.
That was
All right.
Good job by him. It's always fun to watch someone pull off some standard speedrun tricks in Randomizer. So there's so I had also missed there's a Guman Steel Shard adjacent to Grenade, so that could potentially come into play. We still haven't seen the last Sunstone Shard. Of course, Team Zote hasn't seen the second Sunstone Shard, even though we do know it's available in Left Grotto.
And ooh, Terra taking a hit.
No, he's fine.
He
dude.
dies. Oh, no.
he's
Oh.
not fine at all. Oh,
That is
no.
a really rough death for Terra there.
Oh wow, and he has 2 energy. He could have saved anywhere along that way. That is a tragedy. That's one of those things that often, has hurt teams like Trojan and Shed, with Shed taking a couple costly deaths. You can't afford that. You need to remember to put some saves down, even if it prevents you from having energy for stuff.
So Belden having a little bit of trouble double bashing or Sorrow bashing into Sorrow. While Rory is heading into the stomp area. We have not seen this checked by either team yet. We're also going to get another Mapstone check, most likely from him. 108 experience. Can't remember if that's his 3rd or 4th one.
Not sure, but so far we're not really seeing anything compelling from Mapstones.
Right.
I mean, we've seen everything except Charge Flame and... No, that's it. Except Charge Flame. Everything's already gotten...
Yeah, we don't need Charge Flame. They got Grenade.
It might be nice to get Warmth Return. It can be kind of cold in places like Sorrow with the wind, but... Otherwise, I think we're good.
So Woolagen, Warmth Returned, it's talked about a lot. Other than, like, making things hot, what else does it do for us?
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
I was trying to come up with some other joke, but I was like, I think just the fact that it does literally nothing is pretty good.
No, I'm pretty happy though that it's still a pickup in the game, even though it's basically just text. Does it even have a visual effect on the game at all once you get it?
No.
Yeah. So literally nothing at all other than a text box is what you get from one.
Correct. So Grim has gone directly up into the quote-unquote noob spikes area, and he's checking out those pickups up there.
Gets extra double jump. That's nice.
Oh, that's
doesn't get him anything, but it's a nice pickup to have.
Dude, quadruple jump is a thing that you really want, just to be able to jump forever. But yeah, Meldon opted to check the lower areas.
And what's he gonna get from the charge jump tree? Sorry to interrupt. It is Keystone.
All right. So we're still not seeing those shards that we desperately need. The shard situation for Team Skillless is definitely a lot better right now. They've just checked the right things that have resulted in the shards that they want, and they've been slightly faster about their exploration. It hasn't really been a case of too many deaths. I think they've just it's been fortunate that they've found things that have made it faster for them to explore a little bit earlier than Team Zote has done. But otherwise, we got a second water vein shard from Rory and Swamp. Must have been the underwater section here.
Oh, and the third one.
All right.
So that is huge for Team Skillless. So they're down to 1 Sunstone Shard. They could just go straight to Ginso, which I'm assuming Rory is going to be doing.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good play at this point.
3 Sunstone Shards remaining in the seed. They can all be in Forlorn, possibly.
Oh, goodness.
We haven't seen enough Forlorn, so I'm secretly hoping that, unfortunately we're not going to see anything of note in Horu since they already have the Water Vein Shards, but I can still secretly hope that the last Sunstone Shard is in Forlorn Ruins.
It's interesting that Rory is... Oh, there we go. Team Zote did just find their second Sunstone Shard from the Grotto location. So we'll know
all right.
That's available. But yeah, they're still lacking all the Water Vein Shards, and that's going to potentially be...
Oh, and look at that.
common.
Rory has found the 3rd Sunstone Shard. So Team Skillless is for sure in go mode. You're probably going to see Meldon go straight out and skip everything else in Sorrow. Probably head down to Misty and clear that out while he's over here.
Yeah. It's a matter of speed to clear these trees now.
Oh, but Meldon is short on keystones.
That's
So he's
that's
got to
totally
go.
fine.
He got to go save and do a couple key dupes here.
Oh, I mean, this is the fastest key dupe in the game. So
Provided you have
actually, no,
glide.
that's not true. The forlorn key dupe is slightly faster, I guess. But this is a really fast key dupe and very easy too.
Yeah, we have seen cases where, unfortunately, runners have had to key dupe here without having glide, and it is just awful. Goes from one of the quickest to definitely the slowest key dupe you can do in the game.
Well, I mean, this has got to be Team Skillless' race to lose at this point. You know, we gotta just wonder whether Zote is going to be able to get those remaining shards that will put them in go mode fast enough to not lose a billion seconds. But
Well, Zote's found their first water vein shard in the light grenade area above the start of the game. I'm not sure if that was also one of the shards that Team Skillless found. But the other two are in the stomp area, so hopefully one of them gets over there soon, because that unlocks everything, because Sunstone is in a pretty easy to get pickup in Genso Tree.
well, Terra was there earlier. He went through a significant portion of swamp, but one of those pickups that was a water vein shard was the one he couldn't get to because he didn't have bash. And it
Yeah,
was
that,
that
and
new
he
cell
couldn't-
that we had all skills.
He couldn't get, he didn't have charge jump at the time, so he couldn't get over there. But, here we go. Terra's heading back into Grotto, so I think it's likely that he's going to head over and finish up and get those last two remaining water vein shards.
Yeah, he does seem to be heading towards swamp, so that's good. We still need Grim to probably make a trip up into... oh, hey, there's a water vein shard. I didn't realize that was where one of them was from.
Yeah, then the last one that they need is
Deep
one
in
of the
water.
underwater keystones. Yeah.
Yep. It's the map stone, in fact. The backmost part of that. Alright, so Grim goes and collects his second Sunstone shard. But we really need to see him, and he's probably going to go get Grenade as well, but we need to see him head back to Swamp and pick up his Sunstone shard there. And his Water Vein shard, I suppose, as well.
Now you see Grim like pushing the boulder and then walking through like it's easy. So that really pisses me off because for the longest time I didn't know you could do that. So I take the long way around instead of just jumping behind the boulder, taking the shortcut. It's like, oh.
Poor Fent.
There we go. Grim picking up his second Gumon Seal shard and Light Grenade.
Meanwhile, Meldon and Rory are
Immediately
just...
head over and pick this.
They're just blazing through. Rory's heading to Sorrow. Meldon already finished Misty. All they got left, I believe neither of them's got the grenade tree, and they haven't gotten to Ginso yet, so one of them soon is going to head into Ginso. We'll see which one it ends up being. Likely Meldon, he seems to be kind of blazing the trail for them in this scene so far.
Yeah, Rory's already done part of Ginso, I think. That's where he got his Sunstone shard. No, I'm thinking of something else. No,
It was Swamp, yeah.
it was Swamp. Okay,
Grim? Grim's going into Misty and he's still checking pickups because they don't know yet.
but Terra is very, very close to getting
Yep.
the third Water Vein shard.
And then we just gotta hope he'll make his way out the front side of Swamp and pick up his last Sunstone shard as well. And there it is, number 3 for them. You know, he won't even have to go to the mapstone, although he will.
Well, he doesn't know where
realize-
Sunstone is. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Meldon heading into Swamp, picking up his Water Vein as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Team Zote, it's going to be really, really tough to come back from this.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to do some incredibly quick pickup checking while they're doing these remaining trees. That said, they don't have that many to go. Stomp, of course, for both of them, I believe. And Grim's working on Climb. I mean, Rory's got a lot of trees to go as well, so it'll be interesting to see. And it's, of course, impossible for me to remember which... Oh, hey, Charge Flame. It's impossible for me to remember which trees they check. Gumon Seal! Yes! If Grim goes into Forlorn, I'm gonna die. I will just actually die.
Well, the critical factor is going to be, does Terra find the last Sunstone shard in here before Grim exits Misty? Because Grim doesn't know where the Sunstone Shard is, so he's gonna have to continue on through Misty and continue checking all this stuff. That is
And he
every
is going
second
to.
that Terra has not found it, it's gonna be more time lost for this team because Grim is checking stuff he does not need to check. And I really hope there's not another Sunstone Shard in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Terra will be really sad if that happens.
Just energy cells so far. I'm crossing my fingers that Grim does not find a Sunstone. He himself wants to find it, but I'm really hoping he does not.
Yeah, because we know obviously there's a much faster one available, and having to come all the way to the back half of Misty would be a huge time loss. And Terra alt Rs out of Swamp, I mean, I think that's still the correct play in terms of speed of traversing the world, but the question is whether he's going to get back to Swamp. He is going back there now.
Yeah, there's a
But
couple
he
things
has
he
the
hasn't
water
checked.
vein, so
Oh,
he
no.
might go into Ginso. We gotta hope that he just decides I'm gonna check pickups first for Sunstone.
And
I mean,
it looks
that's
like he's probably going to be heading into Ginso. Nope, he's going past. Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Terra.
The only time we're happy that someone's not going into Ginso. Truck, of course, pointing out the possibility there could be a shard in there. Of course, we as commentators, we know there's a specific one. Okay, actually, he's only checking the grenade pickup, so he is going to go in. And we're going to hope that he's going to find one in there, because it's going to really suck if there's one on the back half of Misty and they have to go get that.
Well,
It's
Rory
really
has
unfortunate
picked up the climb tree. So they're almost done.
Yeah.
Eldon, I think, only has to go through Ginso, pick up Bash, and then complete the final escape. And Rory, I'm not sure if he went down to Light Grenade or not.
They neither did. Grenade is still required for both of them.
Okay.
As for other trees, I could not possibly tell you. It's impossible to keep track.
Okay, look at this. So Grim, instead of teleporting to Ginso, he's going to go pick up his remaining shards for the water vein. Where exactly was the Sunstone in this area? I can't remember precisely
So
which
it's
pickup
outside
it was.
Swamp. Sorry, it was outside the inside. Good lord. It's outside the inner swamp area, and it was on the cell that we call the frog cell, which we just recently routed into all skills. It was that cell.
Oh, man.
So one of them needs to go check that. Terra has not, as far as I know, found a Sunstone Shard in Ginso. He also skipped a plant in Ginso for inexplicable reasons. Meldon blazing through Ginso tree. All the way to
Rory-
the Bash tree already.
Rory on to Ginso as well.
$228, lovely experience from the Bash tree. Hooray.
There you go, Meldon Altar's out. So I thought at one point I saw him head down to Light Grenade area.
What the heck?
If not. What?
Terra went out of bounds. What is happening? That's incredible. I don't even understand what just took place. Oh no, Terra didn't have keystones?
Terra is currently sitting at 3 keystones, yeah.
Terra, no!
But on the bright side, he's going back to Swamp, so maybe
I don't know, man.
he'll find the Sunstone.
Meldon's making his way to Grenade Tree. Pretty sure is the last one he needs.
It is the last one.
And that's gonna call it a day.
And I think Rory only needs to pick up Bash. And really, they're approaching the trees at almost the same time. Like, pretty in sync.
Oh, baby. The Horror
Are we-
Fields check from Terra.
Are we going to see both of them on the tree at the same time? Look at this. Yeah, both Meldon and Rory getting their last trees at the same time. Beautiful. And now let's see. I believe both of them are done. Yeah.
I don't think Rory's done. Is he?
I thought he was, because he went down and picked up Light Grenade. He's going back to Swamp, so I'm assuming he's done.
They're both done. Alright, good. I'm glad that somebody is on top of this, because I'm clearly not. I like the in-sync teleport animations for Grim and Terra. Oh, Terra's doing some. He's doing some things.
Gonna see a cameo appearance from Kuro here. Everybody say hi. Rob.
Oh God, no, Grim, go to the right. There's a Sunstone Shard there. Oh, Grim. Warped return, yo.
Well, on the bright side, he simultaneously found the 1 XP orb and warmth returns, so quite the
feeling
wombo
very
combo there.
So thanks to the Kuro cutscene, Rory managing to make it to the door slightly faster than his partner. But it looks like they're both going to finish momentarily. Unlike in Skillless, which was recently rerouted, they don't have to worry about choking to death.
First
in the
try
poison
door
water.
warp from Rory. See if Meldon can duplicate that. Man, yeah, Terra still needs to go through all of this left side. I don't think he's been to Misty or Charge Jump, so that's really, really rough.
Yeah, it was really just the shards that prevented them from getting a quick finish here. They just didn't have the shards, and as a result, they had to check so much crap. And, to some extent, it was getting lucky, but on the other hand, some of that stuff, Meldon and Rory made very, incrementally better decisions in terms of, let's check some of these things and clear this area before moving on to the double jump tree. Whereas for Grim and Terra, there were some times where they alt-R'd where they might have been able to do things in a more efficient order. Oh,
Alright,
there's another
here we
Grim
go.
Steel Shard.
Rory is setting up for his grenade jump. Let's see if he pulls it off. First try makes it look easy.
Trick. The easiest of tricks.
As I am interested to see what Terra does when he gets there, because I believe Terra did not pick up climb. He killed the frog, or maybe it was
Yeah,
Grim who
that's-
didn't pick up climb.
No, Terra's
So-
got climb. He just
Okay.
did a sea jump from the wall.
Alright. So maybe it's Grim that didn't pick up climb when he was down there. Unless he went back and I missed it.
So GG to Rory. He will be coming in with his finish time very shortly. It looks to be 42:31. That is
42:31, that is correct. That is a hell of a time for a randomizer. And Meldon crosses the finish line as well. So, yeah, Team Skillless is the victor, and we'll be heading on to the finals of the Ori and the Blind Forest Randomizer Doubles Tournament. We'll get Meldon's final time shortly, but that is a really, really solid time for a doubles finish.
Yeah, I agree, and they're gonna go away with the team victory here, obviously, because they'll both finish before Team Zote. We do just want to make a quick note, going back to the beginning of the race, that Zote told us they were not going to have the SRL race window up at all. They're just gonna cut down on their own stress by just not even looking at it. So not only do they not have, they can't watch their opponent's streams to know how they're doing, but they also don't have the race open either. So they just have no idea that that the race is over. And that's fine. That'll they should just play their game right now.
Right. So Meldon finishes with a time of 43:18 with an incredible average time of 42:55.
That's fantastic, and of course, finishing 40 seconds apart in a seed like this, they did it. I can't say enough about the job that they did of, working together, splitting apart at the times when it made sense. They made good gambles that basically always paid off. Some of them were not super great, like going to Valley early just didn't turn out anything, but in general, basically almost everything they did turned to gold, and they were able to come away with a pretty convincing victory as a result.
Yeah, so Team Zote has now found every single Gumon Seal shard.
It's just that Sunstone shard, that one shard, dude, and there's that one pickup, that cell. And, you know, Terra went there to Swamp earlier, and I'm betting he crossed it off his mental list by this point. So I don't even know if we'll see it.
Yeah, so we've seen pretty much a full clear of Sorrow and a full clear of Misty from this team. And you know, Grimm's almost done with his full clear of Ginso, so there's really not that many options left. I mean, there's a couple petrified plants, like we were saying, the one in BRB, which I don't think they've checked. Those are all really far and out of the way. So who knows, maybe we'll see one of them venture into Forlorn.
I'm gonna laugh when one of them turns out to be in the Ginso escape, and so Terra has to go do the second half of Ginso.
Oh, that would be
The only thing
unfortunate.
almost as bad as having to do the back half of Misty.
Well, there's only a couple left. Here we go. What is this one? Stage 2 experience.
Nice level up. Alright, what's the
Alright,
escape
so-
pickup? Let's go. Oh, that's
I didn't catch it. What was it?
Yeah, Health Cell.
Okay. All right. Well, they have the Gumon seal. They can go wherever they want. Looks like Terra is going to be heading over to do his Ginso. Or not. Gonna make a liar out of me like always. I should just really stop trying to predict what the runners are going to be doing, because clearly I don't know enough about Randomizer. I never get it right.
Well, that's one of the hardest parts about the commentary for this, because it is so open at so many times, right? Especially once you get like Bash and Stomp, you can go anywhere almost.
Oh, Grimm's teleported. He's going down. Is he gonna head over to Forlorn? He is heading over to Forlorn. Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness. Well, I think he might just be doing some of the checks around here, hopefully. The outside areas, but we'll see. I'll laugh if he legitimately goes into
Now,
Forlorn.
if this was a singles tournament, I would agree with you. But since it's doubles, we may see the more risky plays. If he doesn't find Sunstone out here, we'll see him go to Ginso. Or not Ginso. He's had enough of Ginso. He's going to go to Forlorn. But there are quite a few pickups out here, so there is a chance that one of the remaining Sunstone shards is here. Remember, Team Skillless found 3 of the Sunstone shards. You know, one of them is over in the swamp area, but there's still 2 that are unaccounted for. That could be literally anywhere, except Horu, of course. And Terra's going around checking a bunch of one-off pickups himself. And did he find it? I didn't catch it.
I missed it as well. I looked away. Dang.
I guess so.
but yeah, we are told they finally found it, so they're finally good.
The Forlorn tease.
Yep. Grim looks like he's already ready to go, so he's heading straight to Horu. Terra following in Grim's path, so he's going to pick up his Sunstone shard as well. And
Yeah, then he has to go do Ginso, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I believe that's Terra's last tree that he needs.
I think that's correct. I don't know that he is held off on left side. I think he's done both of the things there as well.
Alright. So we see, you know, on the top left, Grim, top right, Grim, bottom left, Grim. Let's see if all 3 of them can do door warp at the same time. And oh no, 2 of them are gone.
You're only seeing that on the Mixer restream, FYI. You're pulling back the curtain for all the viewers on the mainstream. Oh man.
Looks like a first try door warp from Grim.
I'm gonna go with 7th try. I'm pretty sure that was 7th try door.
No, he got it first try.
Alright, so 15th try. Alright, Truck says 9th try. Of course, Truck is always correct. So it's
Yeah,
accounted
so
with a finger.
thanks Truck for the correction. So we're gonna
Alright, they
write
also
that down
say
to
it
our
was
stats.
The Pyth try. Like the pi number try. Anyway, Grim's doing the escape now.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around how a Pyth try would look.
Well-
Like, you kind of get it, then the game crashes and you have to go do it again?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Look, don't look. Okay, so Grim's doing the escape, and he's escaping. and here's gonna stomp into some water that won't kill him, unlike you know, every all skills runner now. By the way, I'm not bitter about that at all. Shout out to Sigma, ruining both randomizers and the all skills speedrun. Grim with the grenade jump. He opts to only just try it one time. He did this the same thing and hit the race against Team Forlorn as well. He gave it one shot. It's a frame perfect input that is pretty difficult to pull off on controller. So since he missed it, he just held right and went straight to the final.
Straight into the fire, which doesn't do any damage, as like, you know, you'd think it would, but in this particular spot, you just walk through it perfectly fine.
Is impervious to fire. All right, so GG to Grim. Terra, is he? What are you doing? Is he still short keystones? Is that what's going on here, or am I just? Or did he finish Genso? He must have finished Genso. Okay, it's good. Everything's fine. Look, paying attention's really hard.
Yeah, Terra, when he teleported out of Genso, he went straight up to Sorrow, did his Q-Dube up there, and then after he finished Misty, headed back. Of course, we were so excited to watch Grim get his 9th try door warp that we weren't paying attention to Terra. But he made, I'm assuming he made Genso look very easy. Here he goes, he's coming up on door warp. Let's see if he can bring down their team's average and get a first try for their team. Come on, Terra. Show Grim up, get it first try.
All right, moment of truth.
And it is first try. So Team
Congrats
Zote
on 4th try.
gets an average. No, they get an average door warp success rate of 4.5 for the race. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, 7.5 is a really good average. I'm sorry that this is a meme. I do apologize.
Oh gosh.
All right, so Terra will finish up here. Grim came in with a final time of 51.17, which is, like in a seed like this, which is to say a double seed in general, 51.19 is 17 is a perfectly respectable time, and they played really well, with just the exception of they just weren't able to find those shard pickups, and that was the entire time difference basically. All their decision making up until the point where they needed those particular shard pickups was absolutely solid, and then just unfortunately their ordering didn't quite work out. They weren't able to get those pickups.
Alright, here we go. Terra's gonna be showing us Fist Dress. Oh no, he misses! Spawns Kuro, gets hit by the boulder.
Everything's fine. So he'll be holding right for Mint 20 as well. But he has made it. What a race.
What a race indeed.
It was really, it was really impressive just how, kind of doing a retrospective on Grim and Terra's tournament run. It's really impressive how much they managed to improve in how short of a span of time. Going from basically being completely inexperienced in a randomizer to being legit contenders to make the finals of this tournament. And it was only thanks to, in this race, Skillless just got the advantage of better routing, and that was it for them. But great job by both Grim and Terra in their tournament participation. Fan, any thoughts about Team Skillless as they move on?
God, every time I watch a race or practice from Team Skillless, I'm just so impressed by how well they split up the work, how well they communicate to each other, all the pickups they need, not too much checking pickups that were useless. They're good at only keeping the important stuff in memory. Like every single time they're so thorough. Like we saw this in their previous race. They get one pickup that nobody else thinks to look for, and it turns out being huge. And in the previous race, it was dash, and this one it was one of the sunstone shards that kind of out of the way, not too easy just to stumble upon, and that makes the difference.
So Terra has finished up with a time of 54 minutes and 6 seconds. Average time calculated by Oshi in the truck, 52:42. Obviously, of course, they will be taking second place in this race, and therefore they are eliminated. But congratulations again to Meldon and Rory on advancing, and congratulations to Grim and Tara on an extremely impressive tournament performance. We are just sitting tight for just a moment here, and we are going to be joined by Meldon and Rory, so we're just waiting for our friends to pop in here. Which I'm sure they will eventually do. Any moment.
They're still doing their victory celebration with each other. So
They may be. Okay, now we are finally joined in the channel by Meldon Tarragon and Rory Rai, the organizers of this tournament and also the victorious Team Skillless in today's race. Gentlemen, how do you feel about that victory?
I'm still shaking a little from being so nervous during the final escape. We were very sure that at least there was a chance that they were right on our heels or already ahead of us at that point.
Well, that's interesting. So what was it that made you guys so sure that that Team Zote were like right behind you or possibly ahead? Which like pickup led you to believe that was the case?
The fact that Bash, Stomp, and Dash were all in very accessible early locations that everyone should check means that the whole map was open like immediately. So left side, right side, everyone could go anywhere and just start clearing out the whole, all the trees and whatnot. We were hoping for a seed where like Stomp or Bash was very hidden, so that we could try and like use double Bash strats or Stompless strats to get an advantage.
Interesting. So, for Rory, then I'll direct it to you. You guys split up very effectively in this race at various times. I'm curious about, kind of just take us through the overall process of routing this seed, because as Meldon just mentioned, it opened up super early. So, what did you guys think about, like, maybe some crazy things that you could have tried, or some crazy things that you thought maybe we shouldn't try? Kind of how did that go?
So I think early, like before we even started this race, we were thinking we need to be able to go to the left side as soon as possible, because that gives us the highest sort of pickup density that we can check. So from the start, we were looking for pickups that would let us go there early. And then, so I went to check Black Root, and then Meldon found like literally everything over on left glades. So I just went and sort of followed him for a bit, and then once we found Bash, it was like, okay, we're just gonna split left and right. So by then, we sort of knew what we did and didn't have to do, and then I found all the rest of the shards on the right side.
yeah, that was pretty crazy having all the shards like pretty much in one spot over on Stomp. So I just have like a theoretical question for you guys. Like, what kind of pickups are you looking for where, if somebody, when you split up and somebody finds, like, say, Bash, are you going to, like, just go through what you currently plan on doing and just immediately go over there, chase it, and pick it up yourself? Or do you, like, brute stuff out, like, see, oh, what can I do without Bash, and go pick that up at another time? I'll modify my route around it.
Definitely the latter. One thing we've learned through practice is don't alt-R and leave pickups behind. If you're like currently swimming in Stomp, you should finish swimming. Like, Bash doesn't affect that. You're just gonna have to finish it. And if you find a shard or dash or feather, it greatly helps you in the late game, and you're never gonna go for a revisit. But if you're in like left grotto and someone finds light grenade, you should just leave. You have to go back there now that you have someone to break the plants. So there's no point finishing it and then going back and doing it again.
And to expand on that, like often if someone finds, say, grenade, and you're in left grotto, what we'll sort of do is we'll have the person who is in left grotto leave and go towards where the other guy was, and whoever found grenade will sort of swap in so that we can finish that area and we don't end up following each other as much.
Okay, that was pretty good. Some great insights on how you guys are so effective at these doubles races. Another question I wanted to ask you guys is, there's a lot of stuff that you do in doubles that you wouldn't necessarily do in a singles playthrough. Either it's too out of the way or too inconvenient or too unlikely. What are some places that you really like to check that you wouldn't do in a singles format that you would in doubles?
The Glazer. Actually, I don't check that anymore in doubles. But I think a lot of locations that you have to double bash to, I might not check in singles, but I will always check in doubles. There's a lure for the stomp cell, the ability cell left of Ginso. You can lure that Frankie over there and double bash him up. And it's very slow, and if you fail it, he just despawns. So it's not a lot of fun, but I will always do it in doubles because if you can get that pickup early, it seems to have a good probability of being useful.
I mean, it's always stomp, right?
I think it was bash and a seed.
I will say that it was definitely not bash or dash, but I will say that it was really interesting how the stomp pickup ended up being in the same spot that it was in that Team Zote versus Team Forlorn race. And it just did not have the same level of import, since you guys were all able to get there pretty early.
To go back a little bit to things that we might not otherwise check, I think swimming and swamp is a big one. We've learned that it's really, really good to just do that when you get there if you have clean water. And it really paid off that seed, I think.
For sure, the 2 water vein shards. Shards definitely being the limiting factor for Team Zote, and unfortunately being the reason why they eventually lost. So I will pivot now to look forward. You have just defeated your opponent's Team Zote. You will now be moving on to face the victor of the other double semifinal in the finals of this tournament. So the other semifinal being between Team That Is Faster, which is Sigma and Raziel, and Team the Bramble Bros, which is Hydra and Epic Cat. All 4 of those players are incredibly scary, but you two have shown that you're pretty scary in your own right. So I do want to ask, in that match, what do you think will happen? Kind of who do you think is going to come away with the victory? And who would you rather face in your finals?
I guess I'll start. I'd rather face the Bramble Bros for the reason of why I think That Is Faster is going to win. All 4 of them are really good runners. All 4 of them know a lot about the randomizer, but one of them knows more about the randomizer than anyone else in the tournament because he made it, and I think that gives That Is Faster a huge advantage. He knows kind of all the ins and outs, the statistics, the probabilities. He knows exactly what you should do, and I think combining that with Sigma and Raziel's skill, they are, I think, the favorites to win this, even against us.
I do want to make a quick correction. So Fooligan announced Team the Bramble Bros was Hydra and Bob, or Epic Cat, but really it's VG_Bramble
Stop.
and Epic Cat.
Stop.
So Fooligan, any final thoughts on this race before we get out of here?
I hate you.
So you heard it there.
This was a lot of fun to watch. I still want to, give a hat tip to Team Zote. Grim and Terra doing an incredible job in this tournament. Basically, with Grim learning the randomizer only once the tournament was announced, and Terra primarily doing so. So congratulations to them on a great run. And then Meldon and Rory, of course, you guys not only doing a great job organizing this tournament, but also making it to the finals. So congratulations to you as well. Do you guys have any parting thoughts to share with the viewers?
Thanks for watching. Please come back in 50 minutes and watch the next match.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
definitely.
great transition.
Yeah, just a short hour. We're going to have Mad Insane versus Fluffy Prower for the remaining semifinals match for the singles tournament. So don't go anywhere.
Indeed. That's the round of 4, the quarter semifinals. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. And later tonight, as mentioned, we have the other semifinal in the doubles bracket. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time between That Is Faster and the Bramble Bros. All these matches today going to be brought to you by our awesome commentary and truck teams and our restream teams. We do want to always thank them, so thank you to the only person listed on the spreadsheet, Oshi, for trucking today, as well as significant help from Raziel and Epic Cat and Fluffy, also trucking for this match. Thank you guys so much. And also, as well, thank you to Richard for restreaming, as always. And Fant, you as well, for joining me on commentary today. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you, Vooligen, as well, for all your amazing commentary, as always.
So I look forward to more. I'll be back for the doubles match tonight, but meanwhile, stick around, show up in about 50 minutes, and we will bring you some excellent singles action. Until then, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for watching. Have a good night, guys.
Goodbye.
Hey, thing.
Whatever.
Remembers that pop up keystone because that's Dash. That's huge. I think he saw it on the screen as he was going down.
Oh, he forgot it! He doesn't
Oh, man, that and Dash was in the top. So brutal. There's no way he's gonna get that now.
Right? Beautiful. 7 XP. Oh, Wilson! Wilson, what are you doing? No! You forget. Always. Oh, Wilson, what are you doing? You just got wall jump. You can go in. You have charge jump. Go in the thing. Okay, he's got it.
Oh, no. Still.
All 3 gen. Saving.
Man, he's doing.
Oh, Elfrey saving him again.
Oh, he leveled up. He's
Oh, jeez.
All the time. Please don't die. Go on.
So he has he has pretty much everything.
No, please! Oh, he could have saved it. He should have went to the right side wall. No. He's in disbelief right now as well. He has
yeah.
that he required and.
All right, but is he gonna skip over Bash? Oh no! He's walking past it. Let's see.
Correct area at least.
Oh, the Bash find from Bash is Raziel. Oh no! Oh, yeah,
Kicking it out.
You'll be able to see whether it was water vein or not.
Yeah,
Oh,
here
man.
we go.
What is it? It's not.
It's not. Oh, 50% chance of a forward seed now. Looks like Fluffy now is abandoning the Fluffy way and embracing Team Forward. Is this going to be possible? But he doesn't have Bash.
It is possible. It is just the hardest thing in the world, and you end up.
What, really?
It up there.
What? Oh my god.
What? How did he do that so quickly?
Play some monument, but it looks like he is going to let the Froggy break the block. So he will get in that XP, and it's Bash!
You head up to the
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oshi did. That's lovely. Is he gonna do it?
Oshi,
Please! No! It's so sad that he's making this choice, because it's going to put him way behind for the time being.
Someone's here to curse.
why does this happen to us?
Oh, the rock is on the head of the frog.
Frog just balancing that rock on his head.
But oh, good lord, there's so many screens. Alright. On the bottom right, you got Uncle Roddy and Hitachi Hex, and for some reason they get consigned to the small space.